Hey guys, today I'm going to be showing you how to make char cloth, and I'm also going to be attempting to make charred cotton balls. I haven't made them before, but I'm going to try to do that. And so all you need is a 100% cotton t-shirt. It's an old t-shirt I have, and you'll just cut it into strips like this one. It's about ½ inch thick, and you're just going to want to cut them into pieces. I'll get to that in a bit. And you're going to want a lighter if you do not already have a fire going. You're going to want a container to put your char cloth in. This is just a pellet container from Crossman, but you can use Altoids tins, whatever metal tins you have. Just poke a hole in the top with your knife or like a push pin. You want some scissors. Cut your cotton strips from the t-shirt. You're going to want a pair of gloves because this container can get pretty hot. And then you're going to want a stove if that's the method you're going to be using. And that's what I'm going to be using today, just because you can maintain the heat on it, and that's pretty nice to have. So let's get started. And you're going to want to cut this fabric, 100% cotton, into little squares just like that, probably about ½ an inch or so, probably an inch or so, however big you like your char cloth. Alright, so I got my little pile of t-shirt scraps. I'll put those down, and I'll open up this container. This one's kind of hard. Altoids tins are probably the best to use. Now, I've also made other char cloth with this same container, so it has a bunch of crap in it. I'm going to try to get some of that out. And yeah, I'll be right back. Alright, so I got this container a little bit cleaner, just a little bit easier, but I mean, you don't have to. Anyway, now you want to poke a hole. I already did that, and just a small little hole. You don't want it so big that all the air can escape, because basically what you're trying to do is you're depriving this cotton t-shirt from air, which creates it to carbonize. And yeah, so now I'm going to stick some t-shirt scraps in here. Stick as many that'll fit in here. Good. Alright, so now I'll close this up. Put that aside. I'm going to turn on my stove. Alright, you don't have to have a very big flame for this, and it's just nice if you use a stove that you can control the heat getting to the container. So basically, you're just going to want to wait 5 to 10 minutes usually, and you'll see it to begin to smoke here in a little bit, and that means that your char cloth is starting to become carbonized. Or charred, I mean. And usually a good indicator that your char cloth is done is when it's smoking. As you can see, it's already smoking. And there's usually some flame coming out the side, but that's alright. So I recommend doing this, sorry for the shaky camera, but I recommend doing this either out on a campfire or on a little stove like this, definitely in a well ventilated area, because I tried this one time in the house and it stunk up the whole house, and that was not good. I just put out the flame a little bit. So yeah, once it stops smoking, I'll open it up and check it. So I'll be right back. Alright, so I'm back and the smoke stopped, and it's only been about maybe 3 minutes. I haven't really been checking the time on this, but it's a pretty hot flame, so it doesn't take very long. So I'm going to go ahead and open this up just to see if it's done yet or not. So this is where your gloves come into play. So you want to have some nice insulating gloves so you don't get burned. Or you could just wait for the tin to cool, whichever way you want. Alright, so I'm going to turn this here off. I'll open this up. Yeah, that's really hot. This container is usually really hard to open up. So usually I just grab like a stick or something. Yeah, it's hot. There we go. Okay, so I got the container opened up, and voila, there's your char cloth. And an indicator that your char cloth is not done is when it's still like partially brown. And you'll tell it's done when the stuff starts to become very brittle and it has a weird texture to it. It doesn't feel like a cotton shirt anymore. So yeah, this stuff is awesome. It looks pretty good. And usually your cotton shrinks a little bit, so don't worry about that too much. Usually it just gets up in a rolled ball. Alright. So yeah, there you have it. And that's how you make char cloth. And this stuff ignites really easily. I'll go ahead and show you. Now, I don't have my ferro rod out here today, but if I did, I'd be using that just to show you how easily. But usually it just takes one strike and you already have a nice little ember in here. I'll just use the lighter. There you have it. So you can see it. It's a nice little ember in it. And then you just stick that in your tinder bundle and you're good to go. Let's set that aside, smudge it out, and we'll try to make some cherry cotton balls. Set that aside. Now, I've never done this before, so I'll have to see how it goes. Now, I heard these charred cotton balls work pretty good. I don't know, I guess we'll see. Okay, so close that up. Turn on the stove. Light her up. No, I'm not exactly sure how long this is going to take. It might not take as long, but we'll see how it goes. Yeah. These cotton balls aren't smoking immediately like the char cloth did. but I mean there's a little bit of smoke coming out the sides. Alright, now it's starting to smoke. I don't know if you can see that or not. Char cloth's blown away. It's kind of windy out. The camera's kind of shaky, sorry about that. Alright, so I'll get back to you when this is done, and we'll see how it is. Alright, so I'm back, and it's probably been 3 minutes, or 4, 1 to 2, but this thing is starting to stop smoking, so I'm going to go ahead and check it, and if it's not ready, I'll just put it back on. And I went ahead and grabbed my light my fire, Swedish fire steel, one of my favorite ferro rods, and my more companion knife, so I can strike it just to see how good it is. Anyway, turn that off. Alright, so I think I failed at making this, because the cotton balls are burning. I don't know if you can see that. Oops. These cotton balls are burning. So I probably should have closed the container a little bit better, because now these cotton balls are going to be useless. But I'll try to smudge it out, just so I can at least try them. You don't want to go out. That's the nice thing is that, oh, sorry about that, is that the char cloth and all that, you just stay lit. So that's a really nice thing about them, is that they're hard to put out. Alright, so I grab my Swedish fire steel and more knife, and I'll try to strike this. So hopefully you guys can see it. I don't know. I'll just try to put a very small spark on it, just so you guys can see how effortlessly these things will light. Yeah, just like that. Oh. There you have another ember in your charred cotton ball. So now I'll also try the char cloth, just because I didn't show that. There we go. There you have it. Ooh, that's hot. Alright guys, thanks for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, and hit that subscribe button. I have a few more videos coming out here soon, and I'll be doing one on the more companion and some mods I did to it. So look forward to that video. So yeah, thanks for watching, and stay tuned till next time.